How many of you know that fasting doesn't earn you anything with God? It's not like you go with that and God, I see that, now I'm going to give you some brownie points. No, instead, fasting positions us in weakness to access what's already ours in Christ. But because we have too many options and we're too content and we're too full and we're too distracted, we cannot access what's already ours in Christ without laying some other things down. So fasting becomes something not that we used to earn with God, but instead it repositions us. It recalibrates us so we can abide in the vine that we've been grafted into. Prayer with fasting. Jesus said, when you fast. God has invited the church into spiritual disciplines. He's invited us into practices. Disciplines like things we do on the regular that will actually position us in a posture of human weakness in order to access God's grace and God's power. This becomes very essential to you and me because we're not quite familiar with human weakness. In a prosperous society, we have too many options before we choose the road of humility and the path of faith, the path of trust in God's power and God's might. We're faced with more options than any other nation in human history. To choose humility in our generation, in America, is actually to decline 1,000 other options. We need to learn how to build spiritual disciplines into our lives that place us in human weakness because society won't do it. Society places you in excess and surplus and in comfort. So you need to build into your devotional practice that which challenges you and removes the white noise and gets your attention on the things of the Spirit. Don't be guilty of being that generation that wants to see a miracle, wants to have divine encounters, but doesn't want to be found weak in your humanity. Because I tell you what, miracles only visit impossible circumstances. You never have a miracle where there wasn't a need beforehand. Miracles only visit impossible circumstances and human weakness. So we have a generation that's hungry for miracles that doesn't know how to be weak. We have a generation that's hungry for miracles and the raw power of God to be manifest, but we can't even let this thing go for 5 minutes. I want to challenge you. Can do this thing, man. You can do this thing.